It makes me feel okay. Here we go. Okay, so welcome, new members, to your first meeting. This is pretty typical that there's like a few of you actually here because we have so many students who are like, a lot of our members don't even go to Concordia and Austin. Like there's some in like DFW, Houston, or whatever. So that's why it's just, I don't know, a lot of the reason we meet is so I can do this, but also so that I can talk to people who are actually here. So thank you for being here. The main thing that we're gonna talk about today is our dodgeball tournament. So the way that the organization works is that I probably mentioned this, but every academic year, there's a different organization that Gamma Beta Phi focuses on, like at the national level. So every chapter at each university has to do one specific project or fundraiser or something to benefit that organization. And so this year it's Wounded Warrior Project. So that's what the dodgeball tournament is going to be focused on. Hi. No, you're totally fine. We just started. Basically, all I said is we're going to do a dodgeball tournament to benefit Wounded Warrior Project, which is like the national service organization that we're supposed to kind of help out this year. So we've never done, obviously, this is only our second semester of being a chapter at Concordia, but we want this to be our biggest event, especially since it's the one that we're going to do for Wounded Warrior. So we're a little bit behind where we'd like to be in planning stuff because, the semester is like a month and a half. There's like a month and a half left. So ideally, we're going to have the tournament on either April 16th or 17th, which is 2 weeks before finals. The 16th is a Thursday, 17th is a Friday. Do you guys, any of you, have like input on if a Thursday or Friday you think would be best? I just thought Thursday people are still in like school mode, so they'll still be like kind of on campus doing stuff, and Friday people like leave, do other things. So yeah, I thought maybe a Thursday would be good. Okay, cool. Well, and we still have to get a secured date with Meredith Lindsay because we have to reserve that space and make sure that no sports teams have to practice in there. Okay, so Thursday. Also, side note, I'll kind of like go over last semester. We kind of did a brainstorming session on what kind of ideas we had for this tournament. A few possibilities were, we would love for this to be like a school-wide event. So like not just students, but if we could get like faculty teams, like College of Liberal Arts versus like College of Science faculty, like that would be fun. Or also sports teams. So I don't know, they can participate. We just want to be able to get like any group of people on campus that we can. I don't know, just because it would be fun to get a bunch of people involved, but also to show that it's not like it's a student organization, but we want everybody to help towards Wounded Warrior Project. So the way that we'll make like money from that tournament is there'll be entry fees for each team. I don't know what that's going to be yet. That'll be one of the committees is kind of figuring out pricing and things like that. So we'll make money that way. There was an idea of trying to open the concession stands in the gym. That will also depend on like how many teams we can get, like if we're going to have the event be big enough for us to be able to do that. Yeah, I know. So that's a possibility, and if not that, we could still have like, I don't know, maybe go buy our own little snacks to sell for like $1 or something. Also, there was an idea of doing a raffle so that whenever you enter the tournament, you get a raffle ticket, and then we can.
Or
Wait, so
like a 50-50 kind of raffle, or is it like we're gonna buy something? Raffle all.
I was thinking to raffle off. What's the other idea?
50/50. It's like you pay and you get like half of whatever has been put in.
Oh,
And usually we do it like at basketball tournaments or whatever, and you have like someone sitting at the desk, like whenever people are paying their entry fees or whatever, and they buy raffle tickets for like $1, and however many people put, that's the prize. You get half of the prize money, and the other half goes to.
that's a cool
That's a good
idea.
Yeah, we like
And that way we don't need to, not to be cheap, but that way we don't need to buy like a raffle item.
That's usually what a lot of people
That's
do.
cool. I've never heard of that. Awesome. I will, maybe I'll talk to you more about that, and maybe you can help be on the, like, we're gonna have like a prizes kind of committee, I guess, which would basically just be the raffle, which I don't, since if we're not gonna do like a raffle item, I don't know if a whole committee is necessary, maybe just like 1 or 2 people. So maybe, you can help head that up, but we can talk later about that, because that's a really good idea. I think it would just, I think we should have at least something that is a little extra, like, way to raise money than just the entry fee.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
There's also like donations.
Yeah.
for-
Oh, yeah, we can do free will donations too. And also we can try to advertise spectating as well. Like people can just come to the event, and entry fee can just be free will donation. Like we don't need to actually require an entry fee, but if we just have a basket and say donate as you feel led or whatever, then I mean, I'm sure people would donate, I mean, a few bucks here and there. So
Now the concession stand, are we gonna be able to get that money, or is that gonna be, because we're using the school stuff? for the-
that was just an idea. I haven't even actually talked to anybody about that.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it might be, I mean.
that's a good question, and I don't know, I don't know if they even would do that so that we can get money from
I
that.
still have to go buy stuff,
It-
like snack wise.
Right, like, and honestly, just because we're doing this for a bigger cause, if we are not able to get money from those concessions, I don't know that we should even open the concession stand.
Right.
And that way we can just buy like chips and random stuff that we can have at a table, you know, things that don't need to be refrigerated or something, or a cooler with drinks. So, because that we can much more easily like buy and then cut our losses and
Right.
like,
We'll probably make our money back off.
right, yeah, definitely. So, okay, cool. Taking notes. Also, part of the reason that people probably aren't here is because it's such a weird meeting time, and they're supposed to be on Fridays, but did y'all get my email about how I didn't reserve the room in time last Friday?
Right.
And I'm really sorry. I felt so bad and I was so bummed, but yeah, so it had to be today, and like none of my officers could be here, but it's okay. What?
I said so totally fine.
Oh, thank you. All right. All right, let's see. There was an idea of doing a dress up contest. So like teams could have like uniforms, but they could, you know, we could almost maybe even have a prize for that. That would be cool. That would be another thing that y'all could come up with, is doing maybe a prize for like the
But
best
how does
dress
that
team.
contribute to raising money? Like, good idea.
That's a good point.
But- If you stay focused on the goal, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think
Maybe it can be motivation for teams to join.
that was
But
my
then-
thinking.
Well, I saw that point, but then it went through my head, and right after that went through, who's gonna wanna buy their, like,
They have to put money for
so
it.
it's gonna be like, oh my god, like, we should totally do this team thing, and then we can like dress up and we're totally gonna win. And then are they gonna actually go out and do that? Are they gonna purchase
they-
something and use
yeah.
something? Probably not.
Yeah.
But maybe we don't have to do a prize for it, maybe we could just say, get your teams to dress up or whatever, and.
I mean, that could just be like we don't even have to have any sort of like prize or benefit of doing it. We could just put it on,
Yeah,
the
that's-
forms
that's
and
fine.
say like,
Wouldn't wanna, like,
just for
waste my
fun.
time on a prize.
yeah, no, I got you.
And it could be like even simple, just like, you know, all wear black t-shirts or.
Right.
Which I'm sure a bunch of people will do.
Right, yeah.
But I
yeah.
think just giving people the
For sure,
idea at
for
least.
sure, for
So, Okay,
Now, we're
awesome.
doing this in the gym, obviously. Are we gonna do this full court or half court? So it's gonna be
I
more-
think that'll depend on how many teams register. Because if it ends up not being like a huge, which I don't want it to be, or I don't want it to be super small, I think we can do,
Right, I think we can.
I think we can get a lot of teams. I think it would be really great. So ideally, we would split the court into 2.
Put the little
teams.
thing down, so.
Yeah, and even if people want to watch like 2 games at a time, we wouldn't even have to put the thing down in the middle. We could just
That might get
have 2
messy.
separate, yeah, we
But
could just
yeah.
have 2 separate things. I mean, it'd be more fun, you know? So yeah, that'll just depend on how many teams, but I think, yeah, it will probably have 2.
Suggestion with this also.
Mhm.
Like, let's try to avoid doing it like intramurals, because intramurals like does it super late, and like if we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
if we're gonna get like College of Science professors and everything, they're not gonna want to be there.
And I think since it's going to be on a Thursday night, this was the idea we had before is, so yes,
Yeah.
Thursday, a lot of students go to 908 worship, which is at 9:08 p.m. So if we could do it from like 6, or no, what do we say? Either like 6 to 8 or 7 to 9, like people could go straight from the dodgeball tournament to 908. We were thinking something like that, like 2 hours in the evening, which it's always hard to figure out a time, especially with like the mixture of students we have in the organization, because there are a lot of like ADP students and they have classes at night a lot. But then if we do it too early, then like current students can't participate as much. So we're just going to have to figure out kind of what we think is going to work best for those that are planning it. And that's kind of what we came up with, is like sometime in the evening on Thursday before 9:08 so that students can go to that.
Is this a 1-day tournament, or is it gonna be like that day?
I think it can just be a 1-day thing, just like a 1-day event.
Maybe it depends on how many teams.
Teams,
Yeah.
yeah, because if we have a lot of teams, it might not be able to do it in 2 hours. If we have to do it.
That's true.
April 16th and 17th, but depending on.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like the length of the games, because, you know, sometimes there's, they go on forever.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have to kind of defer to-
Yeah, we can see, like, that can be a decision we make once we get people to sign up.
That's the hard thing, is not having a date pinned
I
down,
know.
or whenever it's like, what is it gonna be?
Yeah, and so that's what Jericho, our service officer, has been in contact with Meredith Lindsay this week, and so he is trying to pin down that date. So like once we get that, we can like start advertising. So
Someone that's making posters.
that's going to be one of our committees. There's like 5, 6-ish committees, so I'll go over those in a second, and then you guys can like let me know if you're interested in one of them. Also, don't feel like just because you're the only 5 here, you have to sign up for like everything, because people are gonna see this, and then I'll also attach like committees and like type out some stuff in the email I send everybody. So hopefully we can get some people to sign up that way. Maybe we'll make it.
Talk to people, like, be the
Yeah.
advertisement committee, even
For
if you're
sure.
not on the advertisement committee.
Yes.
Make it big.
Also, another cool thing, you know how I was saying like faculty versus faculty?
Yeah.
You could also do like,
Versus students.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we can mix up like teams, who plays who, and things like that. There was also an idea of doing like club versus club, so advertising it that way, like saying DCE club versus,
Yes.
yeah, like something like that. Just another cool idea. So that was just some of the ideas we had. We also had brainstormed names of the tournament, because we want ideally, if we can make this big, we want to make this an annual tournament, like an annual event for Gamma Beta Phi, and have this be our big event that the proceeds go towards the whatever the project is for that year. So that would be really cool if we could hype this up enough to make it like an annual thing.
I mean, it might not be even like huge this year, but. it
Yeah,
might,
Oh,
could
yeah,
be,
but-
Like later
Mhm,
on.
Exactly.
Sorry, hold on.
Totally fine.
In my head, something works, and I just wanna like know if it doesn't work in the real world. Wait, what was I even doing? No, not this, hold on.
Is there a way we can be podcast with the radio show?
Oh, totally. radio is always looking for people to get involved. Yeah. That's an awesome idea.
I'm so funny. That's awful. That's
No
awful.
fight.
Don't. No, it doesn't work.
You tried, Megan.
We came up with, oh gosh, we came up with some, and I don't have the notes from that meeting because it was last semester. But there were some other ones we came up with, like, we were trying, part of it, like, you have to be careful with this too, because you can't be too, like, aggressive, and you also can't, like,
Aggressive.
get
Aggressive.
like
Aggressive.
inappropriate because it's dodgeball, like, and because we had thought of like using something from the movie Dodgeball, like, because dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, and we had come up with a few names off of that. But the what? Yes. No. I don't, well, hopefully, our secretary, Laura, said that she can get those to me by later tonight, like, because she has all the minutes from our last meetings. So then I can also send that out and give ideas of names and have people contribute. So, yeah. So
Question.
yes.
Is this like one of our events? Are there other events throughout the year?
Well, okay, so the way that we Gambit, each chapter has to do 3 different service events. It can be a service day, like with another organization. It can be a fundraiser, just serving 3 different like nonprofit organizations. So the first one we did was the Valentine's Day one for the homeless downtown through. But it was our first semester and there were a lot of kinks we had to work out, and so we just did not get to schedule any sort of service event. So we are supposed to do a 3rd service event, and we can still brainstorm that. It just, since we want to focus on this dodgeball tournament, and this is going to be
Making it really big.
right, and
so
this
like
is
the
going to be
border.
2 weeks before school gets out. There was an idea from one of our new members, Lauren Moore, and she works for Service Learning on campus, and they do peer pressure, which is like they have students and faculty donate money to get other faculty to sleep overnight on the pier, and all that money goes to help fund student mission trips. So that could be something that Lauren said we could partner with them and do something like that, and I think that's a possibility because of the time crunch that we're under and because we really do want to focus on the dodgeball tournament. So that was an idea. So if anybody has ideas of maybe even other clubs on campus.
Actually,
Yes.
Okay, this would also be like super duper, maybe not. Okay, just take this for future reference, what I'm about to say. So, it's March already,
Mm-hmm.
but, so basically my friend Tara passed away in 2012 and her dad partners with St. Baldrick's all the time. And this year their goal is like a super crazy amount, but, basically like people shave and I feel like this is a super big event thing that would be really cool. So if the people just wanted to donate, then like you don't actually have to plan anything or make anything happen because of the time crunch. You can just say that like your like the amount of money that we raise like for this, you can like go toward like can all be donated
Yeah. That's cool.
So
What is the organization?
St. Baldrick's.
So it's just donating money,
Well, like
or what?
we would just donate money.
Right.
It's like where you shave in solidarity with cancer patients, and like all of the money goes towards childhood
That's
cancer
cool.
research. And like I did it right after my senior year and raised over $1,000. But he has a $10,000 goal because I mean it was his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's shaving, and also Oliver, which is her dog, it's just like a fun thing.
That's
and
cool.
Lots of people do it.
Yeah, my friend died of leukemia, so we did the same thing.
Yeah, and so right now they only have 6,000, and like they have a $10,000 goal. So it's like, if you can.
I mean, we can still contribute. I mean,
Yeah.
for that, I mean, anything like that, any bit helps. So,
And then it's like, that's something that all you have to do is like, I can make a whole bunch of jars and like put them out and like give them to people of this chapter, and
right.
they can
Yeah.
go out and be their own people, and then we can donate in that need. So then we are recognized still, and we're part of
Mhm.
something, but then you don't have to do anything else other than Dodgeball.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that it would be cool if
But you
Since-
don't have to do it at all. Like, it's not like a necessary thing.
no, yeah, but still, I mean, it's still definitely a possibility. And even just the idea of doing something where we could even have do like a book drive or like a spring cleaning, clean out your closet clothes drive or something like that would be cool. We could just donate clothes to maybe like Salvation Army or something like that.
Yeah.
Like-
Look at you.
Something, but that's a really good idea to do something on campus where we can just kind of ask people to bring in donations, donate their, excess whatever they have already. That would be cool. Okay, sweet. And the kind of bummy part is we're gonna have to kind of figure this out while we're doing the dodgeball tournament stuff. So I think maybe what I'll do is
Can we
Make
do
that
the third, like, can we do the third one during the summer, or does this all have to be done during the semester?
Oh, good question.
Because I know we don't have a lot of time because of the dodgeball tournament, but like, kind of along the same lines, like the cancer way, like I said, my friend died of leukemia, and Ronald McDonald House is always looking for help.
mhm.
I work at Ronald McDonald.
I love the Ronald McDonald
Oh
House.
my God, we're gonna be best friends.
That is a huge deal for my hometown and the guy that died. And so like they are always looking for help, i.e. like cooking for families within the house, or like helping clean, because I know each family usually has like daily chores in order to live in the house. And so things like
That's
that,
cool.
if we could do it in the summer, our third one, and we wanted to do something, that could also be an option.
And also, I know people are gone and people work and da. But if we did do something over the summer, then you can you don't have to clear a date with the school, because you can just say you can make a day, and then if it's set out before, then everyone can take off that one day and travel to Austin. Let's go have so much fun and do
Yeah.
something together as a chapter, have fun and be good to the people of the world.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Sorry, I'm done.
No, it's fine. I love it. Yeah.
But, okay, so I'm transferring after this semester, but I'm still doing part of the national stuff.
Yeah.
If y'all do something during the summer, can I still do it?
Yeah, of
school that I'm going to
course.
doesn't have a chapter, and I really want to go start over there, but I
That's
can't,
awesome.
get there.
Yay. Okay, yeah, definitely. We'll still I can keep you on the email list as long as you want to be on the email list. Once you're a national member, you're not really ever
Off of it.
off of the
Yeah.
list or whatever.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. I will look into the summer activities and see if what that says. I'll look at our bylaws and see, worst case scenario, I can talk to the national headquarters and just see what their thing is with that.
I feel like they would be dude.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you
I don't
wanna
know
do
what-
more? Go for it.
Exactly.
We're not sure if that would help us with the time crunch issue. We could really focus on, we could still do their donations that way, but we could really focus on
Right.
the dodgeball tournament.
Yeah.
Us. We're awesome.
Just, yeah, I just want to make sure that people, I mean, the good thing is that a lot of our members are adults, so they're more than likely not leaving Austin for the summer. But we still do have students who are going to be going back home, which that doesn't mean that they can't help with whatever fundraiser we do. They can just do it from afar or send in whatever donations or whatever. So, or come to Austin,
Not
but
everyone lives so far away. Houston is only 3 hours.
that's true. That's true. Okay, cool. Well, we can brainstorm that more later, and I'll include that in like an email too. It's just, I guess, opinions on that. Okay, so I want to go over the committees for the dodgeball tournament. So just kind of some things that we're gonna have to figure out. So advertising, obviously, and this would include like not just flyers, definitely flyers, and things like that, like printed out stuff, but also like recruitment kind of getting people to know about the tournament and to join or to register. So kind of like the PR team, I guess, for the tournament. And then there was also an idea that we could have a table at the tournament that has a bunch of info on Wounded Warrior Project, just to give people an idea of where their money's going, and if they want to get involved further after the tournament, then we have resources for them. Decorating committee. So this would be, I mean, since it's a dodgeball tournament, it doesn't necessarily need to be like super decorated, but this also includes kind of like, no, we're gonna have, there's another committee.
Oh dear.
Well, there's 6 total, but some of them have like one thing they need to do, so they can help with other things, or I can even just combine the committees. But I do this just because I want to make sure that we get enough help, because I'd rather have too many people helping than not enough, especially because of how soon we're trying to do it. So decorating would mainly, I think, for our event would be like music, figuring out if we could have MCs, like that's what Taylor had mentioned, that at past dodgeball tournaments they had MCs, like 2 of them or something, who could, they could, I don't know, announce the raffle at the end or whatever, or
Even announce the game. You know they have announcers.
they can announce the games.
Maybe like a half court,
This is true.
because they can't announce 2 games at once.
That's a good point.
Championship game. Yeah. Make it a little more fun.
We could even, I don't know, maybe this is getting too crazy, but we could have the MCs almost be like, I don't want to say fake refs, but one could be at each court to kind of just like keep the teams having fun. Like maybe once in a while they can change a rule. Like we could have some like trick rule where they are like, they're like, okay, now everybody can only use one arm or something dumb. I don't know. But just to like, the MCs can basically just be there to keep the atmosphere fun and lively. So decorating committee, that would be included in that, to just get people basically figure out how, maybe it should be like the fun committee. I don't know. How people can get amped up at the tournament, how we can have, like if we could get a speaker, music there, talk to help desk, get that figured out. Yeah, for sure. Also, maybe if we just want to have some balloons here and there.
At the table.
Yeah, like we can have some decorate. We don't need to go all out, but
We got that.
um,
I'm so excited.
Me
What's the
too.
Third committee.
third committee, aggregate is what she called it, which is very fancy. But basically, this would be like, who should people contact if they want to enter the tournament? So these would be the people who would create the registration form, because we would probably want to have a form that has filled out like each person's name on the team, and then included with the form they turn in the registration fee, whatever that ends up being.
So they take money as well.
Yeah, so then they could take the money with the forms, and they could get those to one of the officers, more than likely Chelsea, our treasurer, because she can deal with the money.
I have a question. So every member, and I'm not saying like I'm not gonna show up, but like every member is like mandatory, you have to go.
No, we try to be,
Right, right.
yeah, we are very like, the chapter is very flexible with like, it's so that we can give opportunity to like give back to people and to serve. And if you can't make it, like, it's fine. It's no big deal. But because like I want people to help who want to be helping, you know?
Right.
If you want to serve, then you are more than welcome. But if you have something else going on, then
Right.
it's fine. And that doesn't, and you can be on a committee to help plan, even if you're not gonna be able to be at the event, just so you can help figure stuff out and help with prep work. So, good question though. Yeah, it's not like mandatory to come, but it would be really cool. I think the more people, the merrier that can show up and even just be spectators, you know?
Is it a mandatory pre-sign-up, pre-registration? Because that would,
because
I would think we would have to because of the.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a date that people need to register by. I'd say a week before the tournament. So that we can like make brackets, because this team, the aggregate committee, would also make the brackets for the tournament. So they're basically organizing the dodgeball playing itself. So the team registrations and the brackets. And then there's a prize committee, which really right now all we need to worry about is, well, I guess under that it could be the like snacks. Like if we end up selling snacks. Yeah, so the raffle and then snacks. So yeah, I'll still have to look into the concessions. I'm almost feeling like that's not going to be able to happen. I don't know, but if not, it's not a big deal. We can just figure out, you know, people can, we could even have members. Something I did for the induction ceremony a few weeks ago, which was kind of last minute, so I don't know that people really took advantage of it, but I had people, like, if you brought in an item like soda or cookies or whatever for induction, it counted as like 15 minutes of a service hour. So like we could just have members even donate like chips and drinks and stuff, so we don't spend our money, and then that way all the money we make can be
I
donated.
think that would really work.
And I think it's incentive for members to bring it because it's, you know, ours.
Right.
So yeah, that would be under the prizes committee. Then there's, you know what, aggregate and this other committee I wrote down are gonna go together, because this other one is basically figuring out the pricing for the teams, but if there are gonna be specific contacts that teams should go to, then they should know the pricing. And then also the like number of teams and, why did I write that? Team numbers. I don't know what that means. Okay, so that was kind of irrelevant. That just falls under the contact, like aggregate committee. And then the last thing is equipment. So we need to make sure that we actually have dodgeballs to play with and cones to use as like boundaries. Cones, I don't know that are super necessary, but if we have them, it'd be cool. We need to get refs. I can, well, I guess we can just see if people in the club want to ref. I mean, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty,
And if they don't, then that's another incentive, be like, however many minutes off the service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's kind of like.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys get paid or whatever, and so.
yeah. And I mean, for this event too, like if you guys are at the event and you're helping at the event, like that counts as service hours, you know, you're still serving your community by helping Wounded Warrior. So, yeah, we could have people be refs. We need to get whistles, and we also need to like make sure we have a set list of rules and like, so that we actually know what the refs are going to be like telling everybody before each game.
Where are we gonna get the dodgeballs? Okay,
I don't know. That's, I don't know. Well, Intramural is on campus. They have a dodgeball tournament and they use dodgeballs. So I don't know I don't know if they're Intramural's dodgeballs or what, but we can see if we can use whatever dodgeballs that they use.
The cones are good because like you said people making like weird rules. You can be like, oh, you can't go past the cones and you move them in. Or you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Fun stuff like that. Okay, so those are kind of the main, so there's 5 committees. We need advertising, decorating, aggregate, prizes, and equipment. So I'll type those out and be a little bit more detailed with like expectations of people in each committee. And then I will also have like a Google sheet or a Google Doc sign up thing. Whenever I send that to you guys, do you get it?
I just got.
Do you get Google Docs when I send them?
I think I just got the video thing.
Oh, probably.
That's what reminded me.
Okay. Yeah. Because as long as you're using, I have your CTX email, it should just automatically be shared. Okay.
I have one more
Cool.
question.
Yes, no.
It's a little off topic, but is there a set deadline for when we turn in our hours? It's 12, right, for the semester?
Mm-hmm. I just by the end of the semester,
Okay.
honestly,
Wait,
like,
it's 12 or it's 6?
oh, 12 for the whole year. 12 hours for the whole academic year, 6 hours for like, it doesn't like, okay, in the future, you don't have to do 6 hours one semester, 6 hours the next.
Right.
But since you guys were inducted this semester, then we just made for you guys for this semester, it's 6 hours
Oh, I
to
see, I
do.
see.
Does that make
Okay,
sense?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
For the advertising committee,
Yes.
I work in external relations, and so if you email the information to me, I can get it to Jill Platt and get on the website.
That's
That
awesome.
way
Okay.
everybody can,
Do you want to be on the advertising committee? No?
I get to volunteer for that, sure.
You know, I mean, we can get more people and it doesn't, have to be like all you.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
I advertise everywhere I go. I don't
Yeah.
have to be on a committee.
oh my gosh. Can you remind me what your name is again?
Courtney Nunny.
Okay.
Mommy.
And you and I'm Ego.
That's cute.
Okay.
Last
Cool.
one.
Yes.
Last one.
Oh, equipment. So,
I know, we already put that one.
wait, what?
What?
Oh, did she put it on there for you?
I did. Aggregate, equipment, prizes, you said there were 6.
Oh, yeah, I combined. So I had like a numbers kind of committee, but I put that with aggregate because it was basically the same kind of duties. So there's going to be 5
Okay.
committees. And then I'm gonna, I need to double check with Jericho, but I'm gonna kind of have him be the main contact for like reserving, because he's been talking to Meredith about reserving the gym. And then if we need any tables or chairs or anything like that, he can be the contact for that. So, yeah.
Super.
Ooh, and we'll also want to have set up and clean up teams. So,
I know people will
Yeah.
wanna like actually volunteer for that, so I don't know if you wanna do it like all of us have to,
That'd
have to
be,
do
yeah.
that would be the fair thing to do.
I would-
that makes
I would
sense.
say maybe
Just
that-
if you're able to make it, please get there early to help set up and then
Right.
stay after. Or if,
if you're not there early, you must stay after, basically.
yeah, at least one or say it like, yeah, okay, cool.
Like, you don't have to be nice all the time, it's really okay.
Oh.
Like, girl, please, you better clean that up.
I mean, cause stuff like the kids that like our
Be
snacks
courteous.
or whatever, those people that are gonna be there the whole time. The rest are gonna be there the whole time, so we're
Right.
also gonna have plenty of people to clean up.
Yeah,
They just can't run off after we get done.
cool.
That's how
Okay.
it works.
Do you guys have any other questions or ideas or anything? Because this meeting was mainly dodgeball tournament. I wanted to get stuff like planned out and talk about stuff so that I know where I'm going when I send out an email for a Google Doc for people.
Question,
Mhm.
do you have packets yet?
Ooh, thank you for reminding me. Yes.
You're welcome.
Induction packets in Tammy's office. She's not here on campus today,
But
but
those are the ones that they get 'em.
yeah. So at induction, if you guys didn't get those like the white envelopes with the stuff in it because we ran out of them, Tammy has those in her office.
Her
She's
office number is
C219, except she's not there today.
Gotcha.
She's like, she works remotely, like she's just, her schedule's wacky. So if you go by her office at some point and she's not there, I can always just let me know and I can like ask her when she's gonna be in her office so that you know when you can go by there and
You
get it.
should just grab one and like you literally live like a door down, so you should maybe just grab one.
Oh, that's true. You are my neighbor. That's funny. Okay.
I also didn't get the certificate.
Yeah, okay. Those, I asked Tammy about those as well.
On the team.
basically we just had to go back through our list of members and then see where the cutoff was, where like they didn't get sent, which I think was like 2 days before induction, because they 2-day shipped it. So we're gonna go back and look at the list. Tammy said she's gonna do that this week, so that she's gonna go tell them which ones need to be printed and then have them send them. So, because I mean, we could print like a lame one, but I want you guys to have the official ones with the seal from,
With the seal.
not the seal, but like the seal. All right.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
For the service hours, does it have to be like an event that like we've organized?
No.
An assignment that he sent out or kind of?
No, it can literally be anything. I mean, if you
I already finished mine, I didn't do it on campus, so.
yeah, you can do, as long as you're serving the community and you're not getting paid for it,
There you go.
it's pretty open. If you have questions though, you can always ask Jericho or me.
So how do you just have to like fill something out
He
and
sent
then,
us
There was a form
oh,
attached to, I think it was the last email I sent to everybody.
it was
bylaws. And there was the bylaws, yeah. So, and on the sheet, it doesn't have a space for like a signature from anyone. That's just because we're considering that we're all college students and that
trust
you don't need, to get, I mean, we can trust you. You're in like an honor society. So hopefully you won't lie about service. So, yeah, don't worry about that. It's mainly just a thing to fill out, send it back to Jericho so that we have it documented.
Oh,
So.
okay, that's cool.
Great. So other than the hours, nothing else is required from us this semester? Like mandatory that you have to do now?
Nope. The main thing is just keeping your GPA up and doing the service hours. Those are the requirements to literally stay in the club, and then everything else is like just do what you can to help. But
Is the hours and the GPA, like the GPA that y'all set, is that for this club, or is it, because I know the national, my mom talked to someone, it was like a 3-2 and like 24 or 20 hours or something like that.
yeah, so every chapter can set their own standards,
Okay.
but they just have to meet like minimum standards
Right.
from the national headquarters. So like national headquarters said 3.2 GPA is minimum, and we decided to up it and make it 3.6, so that was a little bit more competitive.
Right.
And then service hours, I
was just wondering, because whenever I leave.
whenever you get to basically, you and your advisor can figure it out as long as it falls under like kind of their minimum
Right.
whatever. So, yeah. Cool.
Nifty.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming, and let me know. Ooh, I have it written down. Give me a minute. Huh? No, but I'm going to like tomorrow or something because I have it for April 10th, which is the Friday before Thursday the 16th, which would be ideally the dodgeball tournament. So that could be very beneficial to be able to all meet again right before and
Right.
make sure we have everything
I feel like we'll
together.
probably end up meeting before then.
Yeah.
When will I know for sure, like, who's on the committee, who's doing what, where,
Didn't you say you were gonna send out a Google Docs thing to sign out?
Yeah, I'll send one out.
where?
Yeah, that's the thing too is, and I'm gonna, I don't know, but because here's the thing too, is we still don't have like a name for the tournament. And we need to come up with a name for the tournament before we can advertise, before we can do a lot of things. So, I will probably say committees like finalized. Gosh, maybe if I send it today, I can have people like before, I don't know. I mean, we're going on spring break, so
We should advertise like right after spring break. We should probably know
Yeah.
Okay, so I can even maybe say, please sign up like within the next few days. Like if you can sign up before this coming Sunday, then we can, then that way people can start planning. And even over email, like you don't have to get together for everything, you know, for at least advertising would be good. And that way by then Jericho can have contacted Meredith and gotten the date figured out, and then we can come up with time and a name. So I will also send that in the email, just like name suggestions.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
But also like it can really be like if you don't have like a super great name, like it's okay. Like next year you can have a super great name. Like
Yeah.
all in all, like Gamma Beta Phi dodgeball tournament. This year we're supporting Wounded Warriors, but next year we're gonna be supporting something else. So like if
Right.
you think of like a warrior team, like it doesn't have to be called.
I like it.
Make it, keep it coming.
Genius. Creative juices are flowing. Okay.
Always.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank